What a difference from yesterday. Blue sky and sunshine. That wind is a little cold though. I guess cooler temperatures keep the snow up there a little longer, so I guess we shouldn't complain about it. Snow up there longer means more water in the summer. What a pretty day. So today, first off, I need to help the fella get that flatbed trailer out of that indoor barn. They use that for a stage during the wolf howling contest and the auction stuff and all the stuff they do during the horse sale. But then we have a surprise birthday party we're supposed to go to at 1 o'clock today. I don't know how much of this I'm going to get filmed, but I'd really like to run up the mountain, see where the snow line is. Maybe this evening we can do that, hopefully. Don't know how long this is going to take. So the birthday party came and went. That was kind of fun. She was kind of mad. She's turning 60 today, and she didn't want to make a big deal out of it. Didn't want a bunch of people there, and so when she got home and everybody was there, she kind of cussed them out. But I think it was mostly in fun. But I told her she's getting to be a grumpy old lady. But that didn't go over very well. But anyway, after we got done with that, like I say, she didn't really want people there, so we didn't stay all that long, but hour or two. And the plan was Cindy and me were gonna run up the mountain there above the house, see where the snow level was, and it got late enough because after the party, my Uncle Bill stopped by, and he's the one that's basically losing his mind, unfortunately, and that was a little difficult, but he visited for a little while, and I feel so bad for him. You know, nothing really is making sense as far as what he says and what he thinks is going on. He thinks he still lives over in Washington State, and he hasn't in years, you know, and probably at least 10 now, I'm guessing. But anyway, don't want to get too onto that. That's depressing. But anyhow, by the time he left, it was getting late. Cindy didn't feel like going anymore, and I was driving down into town, go get some gas, and then I was going to go back up above the house there, and I run into my friend Ron, who bought that horse, or his boy bought that horse for him, and he told me he was up there, and he turned around the same place I did before. I mean, before the horse sale, you know, we went up there and checked to see where the snow was, and he said that there's still ice there. He said he thought he could probably get further, but you know, what's the point? You get past that slippery spot, and you go maybe a quarter mile, you run into a worse one, and in the meanwhile, you risk wrecking your truck on the ice and the cliff. So, no real point in going up there if I can't get any further than I did before. So, I'm going, this is Kirtley Creek. It's kind of a back road. It goes from Salmon to Carmen Creek, and kind of a pretty drive. The road is rough. The guy that owns the tire shop in town, he has a gold mine up here. I'm almost to it, actually, but the road is really rough. As you can see, I'm bouncing already, and this ain't even the bad spot. But usually kind of a pretty drive, and gotta say, after visiting with Uncle Bill, I'm a little bit on the depressed side and need to go for a drive. Sure is pretty up here. It's a whole different view. Stop here a second. These are the same mountains I show most every morning on my video. A different angle of them. They look completely different from this side. Anyway, it's a pretty day for a drive. And like I told the guy at the gas station, I better burn up this cheap gas. Oh man, I had a half a tank. I've been trying to pretend that a quarter tank is empty, because any more than that, it's just too dang painful. I let it get down to a half a tank. That was $70. Not quite. It was 60 some, but almost $70. And man, that is depressing. But I have a feeling that it's going to get higher before the summer's over, so burn it up now while it's still cheap. If you can call that cheap. Got my two sidekicks here. Cora stays with Mom if she's home. She likes Cindy more than she does me, I think. I don't blame her. And of course, I've always got a rifle along. You never know when you might run into a wolf, and this time of year I really don't want to shoot one, but if he stands out there giving me the moose ears. So all these here are tailing piles. They had a floating dredge in here at one time. They had all this dammed up, and they had a gold mine dredge. And the tire shop guy, he has since come in here and reopened basically the mining ground. A lot of the dredges, the way I understand it, I've never seen one working. I've seen some that are old and sitting there that aren't working anymore. But the way I understand it, it's a bucket dredge. It would scoop the gravel up from the bottom of the creek or the bottom of this ravine here and run it through a sluice box. But it wasn't very efficient for any of the smaller gold. It would get the bigger, heavier stuff, but a lot of the rest would pass right on through and be lost. And so he's got another sluice box set up, kind of like what you see on TV on that Gold Rush TV show. He's got a little wash plant up here. I think it's still here. I haven't been up here in a while. But he's been doing pretty well with it. He's getting a pretty good amount of gold out of it that's already been worked ground. So I can just imagine what the first run was like. They must have got a lot of gold out of here. They might be done working this for now. I don't know. I think maybe up a little further, but I think this is where they were running last time I was up here. It's been a year or two since I've been up here. But this big pile of stuff here, this was all washed through their sluice boxes and their gold mining equipment. And this big pile of stuff here, that's actually the same as our arena sand. This is where the rodeo arena got their sand from. And there's probably a little gold still in it, but it would be small if there is, and I don't know. I've always kind of thought maybe I should try a couple of pans out of that arena, but it's been mixed up and watered so many times that if there is any, it's probably down deep. But anyway, let the dogs out here for a second. And Dots, come on. But I see something over there. I don't know exactly what that is. Yeah, my camera's getting blurry. Anyway, this road will go up and around through the base of the mountain here and then top over and go into the little town of Carmen. And there might be snow. I might not be able to make it over, but I kind of think it's probably gone by now. Come on, dogs, load up. Get in, Dots. Oh, you poor little dog. Get up in there. Little legs and a fat body don't mix. Come on, get up here. Come on, oh, come on, you can do it. There you go. Grumpy mutts. This whole valley here is actually private property, and they could shut people out of it, you know, but they don't. It's open if you want to come drive through it or hunt on it or use it in some way. Okay, so now I don't see their wash equipment. They might not have the sluice box up here anymore, but there is I don't know what that is, bulldozer or something, and a dump truck up here. But I don't see their little wash plant like they had before. This thing here, let's see what this is here quick. Yeah, hard to know for sure what that is. That might be part of it, actually. I don't know.